Hello, my name is Amanda McKay, and this screencast will be about finding and registering for events using the Library Learning Continuing Education Calendar. For this screencast, you will need an internet connection and a web browser. If you have any questions about the contents of this screencast, please contact either Julia Pernicka at JuliaPernicka at lcls.org or Sharm Runke at CHARMRUHNKE at lcls.org. There are two ways that you can access the Library Learning Continuous Education Calendar. The first way is by going to the Lewis and Clark Library System website. You do this by typing www.lcls.org into the address bar. From our front page, and indeed any page on our website, you can use the right-hand side of the screen to access the quick links. One of those quick links is Library Learning, or L2. Once you select that, you're directed to Library Learning. The other way to access the Library Learning website is to use the direct URL. In the address bar, type www.librarylearning.info. And once again, the complete calendar will load. When you first enter into Library Learning, all of the visible events available throughout the entire state are visible to you. However, you can limit your choices to just those that are available in the Lewis and Clark Library System. Under the Library Systems tab, click on the arrow and select Lewis and Clark Library System. Once you do that, the calendar is shifted and only displays the Lewis and Clark Library specific events. These are events that are both held at Lewis and Clark Library System and are sponsored by Lewis and Clark Library System, but might appear or take place in different locations, such as online or at another library system or at another member library. If you would like to further limit this, you have a couple of choices. You can limit by event formats, event types, or categories. If you choose to limit by event formats, you have a choice of in-person, other, telephone, video conference, or web conference. The majority of our events are currently in-person events, though we do occasionally have web conference, video conference, and telephone events. You can also choose to limit the events by type. The types of events include program, workshop, meeting, conference, holiday, or other. And finally, you can limit by category. There are a number of categories, including those categories that we report on to the Illinois State Library. One popular category for finding events is the LSAP category. The LSAP category refers to the events that are specific to the GateNet Consortium and Lewis and Clark Library System. If you select the LSAP category, only those events that are flagged as LSAP and therefore associated with GateNet are available for your view. You can also change the month that you are viewing by either skipping ahead or using the arrow keys. Once you have found an event that you think that you might like to register for, we'll select GateNet Circ 3. You are then taken into the full record so that you can find out more information about the class, such as the specific time that the event is being held, where it's being held, and the cost, as well as the different items that you might learn in this class and what the class is all about. You'll also see contact information if you have any further questions about the class. If you've decided that this is a class that you would like to register for, you can do so at this time. First, you'll need to make sure that you are logged in, and you do this by looking up in the blue box and making sure that you can see your name. Once you're logged in and you're on the event detail, you can select Register Yourself. Clicking on this link takes you to the registration page. It populates much of the information, but you do have a couple of choices. The first one is the drop-down box called Library. If you are associated with multiple libraries, such as you work at a library and you're a trustee at another library, or you work multiple jobs at different libraries and have L2 accounts associated with each of them, you can select different libraries. I am only associated with the Lewis and Clark Library System, so I only have this as my option. You should provide an emergency phone number. This phone number is used to contact you in the event of an emergency, such as Lewis Clark Library System is forced closed for whatever reason, such as a snow closure. And you also have the opportunity to add in any special needs that you might have, such as ADA accommodations or dietary restrictions or other allergies that might impact your enjoyment in your learning environment. Once you have completed those items, you can select Submit. When you submit your registration, a confirmation screen comes back. You should be able to print this off and keep it for your records. You'll also receive an email confirming your registration. In addition to finding events using the calendar, you can find events using the search box. The search box is also located in the blue box at the top right. In the search box, you can type in a search term, such as cataloging. From here, it will pull back all events associated with cataloging. However, it should be noted that this search function also pulls back events that are not associated with Lewis and Clark Library System, but that you may be able to register for. From the calendar view, if you do not care for the calendar view, you can also switch to the See as List. From the See as List view, you can change the date range, as well as keep any event formats, event types, or category limitations that you had set, in addition to the system limitation. This concludes our quick tour of how to find and register for an event using L2. Thank you.